and we're underway here in Week 4. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Like 20. Right
there, 54 Mike. Rip left, rip left. Shift.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Value 3.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Oh, here we go.
Throwing on third. Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Cut. Like 20.
Check 55 to Mike.
You don't know no better.
Hold the look, hold.
Shell.
On first down, it's Gurley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, lift.
From just shy of midfield, Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Prescott from the gun, letting one fly deep for Coop, and this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. And that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
What? 120.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Oh, you got deep?
Now it's Gurley. He finds some. Todd Gurley. Wave goodbye. Touchdown, LA. Todd Gurley with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Rams have taken the lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
Well, the second down throw on target. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
You ain't got nothing. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 35-yard line.
26.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard.
26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26. 26
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On third down, it's Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 39.
It's a gain of 25.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll run on first down. Pollard. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
On second down now, Pollard. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now Prescott. Being chased out left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott, this is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Noah Fant. His first touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
54 Mike.
No gain on this defense. No. Merlin. Hey, orbit.
Mike's by 4.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Stop your whining. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. I'm scared. Hey, watch that.
Out of the gun. Goff. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 25 yards that time. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Tonight, like 20.
Hey, get in the weight room.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
We go tonight.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check 52.
Hey, Shell. 12.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Check 55 to Mike. Tighten up.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
Listen.
Sponge. No. Quick the edge. Go. Hey, he's coming to you.
From the gun, here's Goff. He wants it all for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Byron Murphy, the first pick of the second round there defensively.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Cowboys
We
take
play
over
to win.
1st and 10
Let's go.
at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
At the 22-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Kill.
43 to Mike.
To throw is Prescott. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Mikel Roby-Coleman. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Here's Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
38-yard line.
Give us a lot. 180.
Go. Go.
On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Value 3.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Throwing, Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Hey, kill. 47.
Mike 42, check.
3rd and long for Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Cooper was the target there. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten the yard down to the 16.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Go, go, go. Hey, watch it, watch it.
Another carry now for Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Alpha. Hey, eat. Get that quarterback at all costs. Hey, check right.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Let's get it.
At the Cowboys' 6-yard line.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Let's go, defense. Hey, who we got?
Back value 1.
They'll try the air now with Gone. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy 1st down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Prescott to throw it. It's caught. Cooper. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? They ought to put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Now Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His 1st career sack.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Mike's 43. Mike's 43.
Here's Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
After the interception, here's Goff. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Like 20.
54 Mike. Check down.
11. 11.
Check, check.
5. Bravo. Val, you won.
Check, check. Lucky. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Hey, Todd.
3rd and long. It's gone. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
I got you. 40. I'm coming after you.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what it is.
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Prescott buying time, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Samson Abuka showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. And they'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And the pressure gets to him again. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
What?
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
Ric Flair. Value 1.
Mike's 54.
Now it's gone. And that one's complete to Gurley. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Cut. Right 20.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. All day, dude, all day, all day.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Check 9. Check 9. Slam. Slam.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Looking deep here for Ebron. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Pollard, and he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
It's now 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Watch the twin. Watch the twin.
Here's a 46.
Undercut.
They'll run for it with Pollard. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On 1st down, Pollard. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Samson Abukum in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
3rd and 14.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the 1st down marker. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back. Check 26, check 26. Check, 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 check. Go to 54, go to 54.
Prescott to throw on 3rd. He's got his tight end Fant. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
And the Cowboy 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here go 46.
Prescott to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Samson Abukum in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. He's back to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get him in the end zone. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Rams, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Dallas, it'll be their first loss of the season. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went.
Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went.
Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy.
The blends be all the right cred.
Meaning credentials.
Best of both worlds
When we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental.
Are you ready?
Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter rock. Turn it up, we giving a show.
But can you rock it like rocket
What you
fuel?
talking about? Space or out your mind?
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's a close
fool?
encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever.
Sick with the talk, passing your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
Simultaneously over joints we rock.
We earn
30 years so you can save your guy.
3 turns.
Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men.
We install doubt in you and your yes men.
And if the game had veins, we'll insert.
Upheaval the ground.
Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow.
But can you rock it like rocket
What you
fuel?
talking about? Space or out your mind?
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's a close
fool?
encounter of what kind?
Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.